No, there's no going back. The decision I have taken is to touch myself or place myself where sacrifice is highest, where commitment is greatest, or at least where it's necessary. But also where the gap of information is so wide and ridiculously or alarmingly so that it may throw away the fruits of sacrifice. It may jeopardize the effort, the sweat of any commitment. And in coming to this decision, as I've always done, each time I meet my comrade or in comrading with any African, I've always asked them, when do you think Africa will catch up with the rest of the world? The first world, I mean. When do you think Lagos would be like Washington? When do you think Yaoundé would be like Paris? When do you think any of the African capital would be like any of the cities in China? When? When do you think, apart from just mere structures or development or entities, when do you think the people would evolve in right protection, would evolve in humanity? Or would get maybe a knock-on in the system, in belief even, in themselves? In the same way it is done over here. Over here, I mean in the first world country, in Europe and North America. Some people have given me answers ranging from 500 years, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 200 years, but it's a good question to ask, and I ask you, you listening right now, when do you think Africa will evolve to become or to be like any of these countries abroad, in Europe and North America? When? You can have your answers, whatever it is, 200, 300, and 400 years. I'll make it very easy for you. Think of this for those of us who are here in the diaspora. If your answer is 200 years, if your answer is 500 years, you may want to start thinking that, hey, you and I were on a flight of less than 20 hours from Africa to North America, to Europe. So for less than 20 hours, and some, depending on where you are in Africa, for less than 10 hours,